Hello everybody, welcome to the World Economic Federation. I'm your host Owen Onze. So everyone was waiting for the end of July where the Olympic Games were supposed to begin, and yes, the Games have started, but the Olympic Games are being talked for the wrong reasons. The Olympic Games have caused a stir across the world, and especially to the Christian community, with many people taking to social media platforms. The Olympic Games opening ceremony featured what can be described as a reimagination of the Last Supper, which is a drawing that was done by Leonardo da Vinci. In the drawing where Leonardo da Vinci had Jesus and his disciples, the Olympic Games had their own version of this, where we had DJ Barbara Bach, who was at the center, and the halo seen over his head. And there were people next to her, and they were sort of posing on the stage. There was also a dancer who has been described by many as almost nude. The dancer Catherine was singing and dancing in front of children. It was a blasphemous act, and many people have taken to express their disgust across social media.
Je sais où vous pensez, mais c'est pas une bonne idée. Ouais, plus de riches.
Many notable individuals have taken to social media platforms to express their disgust towards the opening ceremony of the Olympic Games. One of the people who's talked about this is actor Candace Cameron, who also happens to be the wife to a two-time Olympic champion medalist. And this is what she had to say through her social media platform Instagram on the July of 28th. To see the opening ceremonies completely blaspheme and mock the Christian faith with the interpretation of the Last Supper was disgusting.
I didn't really want to weigh in on the Olympics opening ceremony publicly because I always risk it becoming a headline, but it felt too important not to. And I love the Olympic Games. I love them. My husband is a two-time Olympic medalist. So is my brother-in-law, and my father-in-law is a three-time Olympic medalist. And I have many friends that have competed in games over the years. So to watch such an incredible and wonderful event that's going to take place over the next 2 weeks and see the opening ceremonies completely blaspheme and mock the Christian faith with their interpretation of the Last Supper was disgusting.
Another notable individual who has also expressed his thoughts through the social media platform X is Speaker Mike Johnson, and this is what he had to say. Last night's mockery of the Last Supper was shocking and insulting Christian people around the world who watched the opening ceremony of the Olympic Games. The war on our faith and traditional values knows no bounds, but we know the truth and virtue will always win. Catholic leaders in France have also expressed their disgust towards the Olympic Games, and this is what they had to say. They say that this ceremony has unfortunately included scenes of derision and mockery of Christianity, which we deeply deplore. When asked about the backlash of July 27th, the artistic director for the Olympic Games opening ceremony, Thomas Joly, had the following to say: "We wanted to include everyone. It is as simple as that. In France, we have freedom of creation, artistic freedom. We are lucky in France to live in a free country. I didn't have any specific messages that I wanted to deliver. In France, we are a republic. We have the right to love whom we want. We have the right not to be worshippers. We have a lot of rights in France, and this is what I wanted to convey."
And clearly, there was never an intention to show disrespect to any religious group. On the contrary, I think that Thomas Joly really tried to really intend to celebrate community tolerance. That was his word yesterday. And looking at the result of the polls that we shared, we believe that this ambition was achieved. If people have taken any offense, we are of course really sorry.
He also confirmed that the Last Supper was not his inspiration. He said that there is Dionysus who arrives at the table. He is there because he is the god of celebration in Greek mythology. The idea was to have a pagan celebration connected to the gods of Olympus. You will never find me in a desire to mock and denigrate anyone. This brings up the question, why will the Olympics team choose to satisfy the Greek religion if they knew it will cause a stir among the Christian community, which also happens to be the largest community in the world? At the World Economic Federation, we call for a more inclusive, a more participative, and a more accommodative Olympics ceremony. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section, and be sure to check out our website at theworldeconomicfederation.com. Signing out, this is Franklin Owen.